Hello everybody and welcome on Facebook. So this is James from Connective Chiropractic. We're also on Instagram over here. Hello everybody. So we've got everybody on here, and today we're going to do an easy at home chair style exercise routine that everybody can do at home. So whether you are elderly and you need something just to keep yourself moving a little bit more, or whether you are working at home and already the aches and pains have started to settle in, then you can get some little tips and tricks on how you can move better. Now the first thing I'm going to do is get myself up from the chair, from the floor in a second, and we'll go through some of the things that we're planning to do. But in essence, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little exercise routine. I'll do it twice as part of what we're doing. Then from there, we'll go through and I'll answer any questions that people have about the routine, and we can have a little chat and a natter too. So if you are interested, if you've got questions or queries or comments, feel free to write them in the comment box, and you are more than welcome to ask whatever you like. It doesn't just have to be about the routine. When we're in lockdown states and we are at home, certainly mental health is something that I'm very conscious of, and I would much rather us have a natter and be interactive as much as we can. Now, before, as I just let some people come in to the call itself, so we're still a little bit early at the moment. It's about 1 minute to 12, and I said we were going to start at 12. What I will say is that we're in my front living room at the moment, so my living room. So behind me, we've got makeshift television, we've got bookcases and other bits and pieces. Of course, this is set up to do this video today. What's on the other side of the camera is all a bit crazy. We've closed the curtains. It seems a little bit of a strange thing to do considering it's a nice day outside, but it's the best orientation we can get to do these exercises. And as you'll see, if I move around the floor a little bit, you'll see we've got a chair here. Now, for people who are members of my clinic, you'll know this is actually one of the clinic chairs. So just as we were being told that we were locking down, I bundled this chair into my car rather quickly. The reason why this chair is a good chair to do the chair exercises on is it's stable. And if you're wanting to do this along with me, please make sure you've got a stable chair. You don't really want to be doing this on a garden chair, for example, and you don't want to be doing it on something that's like a ball or anything like that. It's not going to help you. So the other thing about this chair that I like as well is it's got a high back to it, and it doesn't have an armrest on it as well. If you have to use an armchair, you are more than welcome to use an armchair. You're just going to find that you're going to be a bit restricted in what you're doing, but certainly you can use that, whatever chair you've got, so long as it is stable. And the reason for that is I'm going to get you to come slightly forward from the chair in order to do these exercises. So you don't want it to tip in any way, shape or form. The other thing you'll note that I've got, and I'm going to stand up now, I'm going to come over to the chair, is I've actually got no shoes on as well. And I'm going to speak up a little bit because I'm sorry the microphones aren't the greatest, but I've definitely taken my shoes off because again we're going to be moving the ankles around a little bit, and you will find it will feel a whole lot nicer for just having the shoes off. So if you're going to do this along with me, you want a chair that's stable and you want to ideally take your shoes off. And as I said earlier, now that we've passed the 12 o'clock point, if you've got any queries or comments about anything, it doesn't just have to be the exercise routine, put them onto the comments because I will answer you all at the end, because at this moment in time, certainly anything to do with connections is going to help you in terms of just keeping mental health active, really. So we've got Instagram. I hope Instagram's ready. Hello. We've got Facebook over there. I hope you're ready. I hope everyone can hear me. I'm trying to bellow it out. Let's see what happens. Now, first thing is I'm not putting music on in the background. I'm just going to do it with you. So if you want to do this with me, feel free. If you want to do this and watch the video at home, you can put on some music as well, of course. So I'm going to sit into the chair. And we're going to start off. So this is all relatively easy to start off with. I'm just going to move the Instagram. I'm just going to move it a little bit there so we can see everything. It's nice and clear and easy. Another question already, just going to check about the sound already and you can hear okay. Thank you so much, Anne-Marie. That's very kind of you to say. So I'm going to do the routine. I hope you're all nice and in your seats, ready to go. So what I want you to do is just come ever so slightly further forward. And before I make a start, I just want to give you a couple of extra little bits of information that I've kind of forgotten about. So I'm going to do that now. It's about safety here. So these exercises and stretches are designed to be safe for everybody, but you might find that there are a few, if you are having a few aches or pains or restrictions, that you want to edit slightly. If that is in your case, don't panic. I'll give you some alternatives. There are definitely some that are a little bit more out there. The key for this routine is to get you moving. It's not really to overstretch or to over-enforce anything. We just want you to move within your chair as much as possible. At this time when things are locked down or when we're not supposed to go out quite so much, I don't want you to injure yourself. So use your common sense into what's right for you and what's not right for you, because ultimately you don't want at this time to have an injury on the top of this, because that's not what we want. All of these are designed to be for any ages, but you might find that you're doing slightly less or slightly more than other people. It doesn't matter. Make it your own, but the real key is to get some motion going on whilst you're in your chair. We've deliberately done a chair exercise to start off with as well, because it's something that's easy to manage for all. But we might do some more as we're going through if that is of use. And if you want anything in particular, feel free to send us a message and I will respond to you shortly. Okay? Right, I'm going to check in again. All okay, all okay. Lovely. So we're going to start off by coming slightly further forward on my chair, about that much. And we're going to just bring our heel out on one side. So we're going to do each exercise, each movement a couple of times. We're not going to overdo it, but we're going to just do a few. And you can do as much as you like in the future too. So we're going to one side, we're going to do the other side next. So just general motions to start off with. So heels out. So we do each side first for a couple, and then we're going to do both sides. So this is why if you're slightly too far forward on your chair, you're going to find you've got an issue, and why it is good to have a stable chair. So we've got both legs coming out. Now we're going to bring it forward, so your foot forward this time on one side. And then we're going to bring the knee, so we're going to do the other side actually first. I'm jumping the gun, not ideal. So then we're going to bring the knees up. So we're going to bring it up and down, up and down. You can hold your knee if you want to, but you don't have to. So we're just bringing it up to my chest and on the other side as well. So you've got that movement just going on into the knee and the hip. You might already start to feel your quad muscles starting to tighten by doing this, but that's all okay if you are. Then we're going to bring the knee up to the chest. We're going to kick out and then pop the foot down. So knee to the chest, kick out and pop the foot down. We're going to do this on, we'll do it on one side first. So we've got this one, coming it down. So as you can see, it's not the heaviest of exercises to start off with, but it just gets things moving. And then we're going to, that was my knee crunching, okay. So then we're going to pop the toes out. So we're going to literally stretch out. And this is really good for in terms of just stretching things. But it's this is why I got you to take your shoes off, because actually it is quite an easier thing to do if you've not got that restriction. So we're going to take a little bit of a break from that lower part of the body. We're going to get to the shoulders now. So we want to roll the shoulders back. We can do one shoulder at a time. So we're going to roll it back, then the other shoulder will roll back. Then we're going to bring it forward. And the other side. Then we're going to do both back. Nice little movements around and then forward. These are like little dinner plates, essentially. Then we're going to start with our hands and arms. We're going to stretch. I'm going to stretch out in front. We're going to stretch to the side. My arms are going to the same direction. To the other side. We're going to go up. To the other side. Down. To that other side again. You can really do this wherever you want to, but we're going to go in all directions. And then we're going to open up both sides. So up. Stretch across. Stretch across. We can go backwards if you want to, as well as forward. And then we're going to finish by stretching forward. So I'm going to go to both of you. So Instagram, hello. And we're going to go to Facebook too, hello. Nice stretch forward. And we're really trying to not just simply do the arms here, but also that lower back. You should feel a little bit of a pull. That's what we want at this point in here. Then we're going to do what I'm going to call come here my pretties. So we're going to go come here my pretties, come here my pretties. So we're going to pull that back as much as we can. So it's almost as if you're trying to pull a rope. So I'll do that for Instagram for a second. So we're bringing your arms out, stretching and coming back as much as we can. And for Facebook, we're going over here and we're going to pull that back. Then we're going to do what I'm going to call a teddy bear roll. And a teddy bear roll obviously is a type of maneuver, but what we're going to do is I'm going to put my hands up and we're going to go this way. Now this is not a teddy bear roll, of course. This is just, I suppose, more of a log roll really, but still we're going to come round like this. Now you can do each side individually if you want to. This is more like a marionette type motion. You can also do this type of thing at this point, so like an exercise that you might see in the gym. Or you could do curls, so you can literally do this. If you want to add some extra motions in, but you don't have to. But this one's the one that I'm going to start with because it really does open you up. It's that backwards motion, which is quite nice. Hence why we had that little bit of a gap in the back of the chair. So we're going forward and then back. And then we're going to punch the air. Now this doesn't have to be a full punch, but we're just literally moving the arm. Now this is a variation of a Tai Chi move where you can actually do this quite easily with a calm arm. So again, you can see where these exercises have come from. We've just literally edited them slightly. You can also create a bit of a twist and you can bring it out instead of doing a full-blown punch, but it gives you that little extra motion or movement. So we're going to do just this with us. Again, if you're not doing it quite 100%, it's okay. You make it your own. So then we're going to march with our toes. So literally toes on the floor. We're going to relax this shoulder area for a second. So march with our toes and then our heels. And then we're going to bring the leg out as far as we can on one side. Out. So we're doing a full stretch. Sorry, Instagram, you can't see this one quite so much. You'll just have to trust me. Facebook's getting the full frontal stretch, and then the left side, you can get this time, sort of like a Bob Fosse move at this point. You can do that if you want to. So just keep that arm, that leg, sorry, moving to the side, and then you want to do both of them. Now, I've deliberately put my hands in front here because I don't want any pictures to come up in a mean form. So you've got both legs to the side. Okay, and then we're going to do an arm with a leg. So we're going up to that side. So we're stretching out. And then we're going to turn our head towards what we're doing. So we're starting to stretch the head and the neck too at the same time. We're going to go to the opposite side. I've never done this type of video before. Really hope you're liking it. Do let me know. So, and then we're going to do both sides. This is like a jumping jack essentially, but on both sides. All I can see at the moment is my black t-shirt covering the screen. I'm really grateful for everybody who's joined me, and if you're doing this at home with me, that's great. And you can also play this video back at the end and do it to your heart's content. Now we're going to stretch from both sides. We're going to bring our arm over. We're going to stretch back into the side. So we can feel that in our low back. Now we can, if we want to, also pretend this is like if we're doing it with children, we can pretend we've got like a little shark fin and we can come to the side if we want to. So this type of thing is absolutely fine to do. Go around to the side. I'm knocking into my plant there, but that's fine. Really just trying to move that back a little bit more. And then we're going to go back into come here my pretties. So coming here, come here my pretty on Instagram, and come here my pretty on Facebook. So we're moving that back round. Got it? So then we're going to do some extra stretches here. Now these may create a little bit of tension. So if you're struggling to do this, just go with emotion. Don't overpressure yourself too much. We're going to do a little calf stretch. We're going to bring the leg forward. I'm going to bend forward and you'll feel it pull into that leg and calf. If this is creating severe amounts of pain for you, especially in the low back, don't do this one, please. So just simply your head forward with that leg pushed forward, and then the other side. It creates tension, this stretch, so we don't want to do it if it's too sore. And then we can come back, and then what we're going to do, we might as well just do some more of these just for a second, and then we're going to ring the bell on either side. So we're literally just moving this up and down as much as we can. I can't tell you how much time this took me to come up with last night. but I'm hoping it's helpful. Do let me know in the comments if you've got any queries or comments or anything you want to talk about, because we're here to help. And then we're going to do a core stretch. So what I want to do is I want you, stable chair, to come back in your chair and bring both legs up off the ground. I'll just make sure my stomach's not showing. So you're literally leaning back and doing a stretch, and you'll feel that things are starting just to tighten a little bit. You can also come forward if your chair is stable enough to get more of a calf stretch, but really what I want you to do is to come back, and that's going to be the end of our routine. So we're going to work through this again. I'm going to do it again so that you've got it twice. And some of that might have been a bit quick or quiet, so I'm hoping we can do that again. If you're happy at that, that's fine. Feel free to leave a comment or ask me a question. But we're going to start it again. So we're going to start with the heels out. So the time when my notes are going to be a bit funny, I'm going to change it slightly, but we'll do what we can, right? So to be honest, anything that creates more motion and movement is going to help you at this time. Yes, you've got your one piece of daily exercise that we want you to do the other leg. We've got that one day of daily exercise that we can do, but if you can do more at home and keep things moving, so much the better. So we'll do both sides. We might as well do both at the same time. We do foot forward and back if we want to. You can do like little hops. I'm changing it up a bit, but you can do what you need to do. So forward and back was what I sort of suggested. And then knee up to the chest, knee up to the chest. Now, if you want this video doing a little bit slower, just let me know in the comments, because I can do this slower for you if you want. So we've got this there, and then we're pushing it out. Knee up to the chest, pushing it out. Up to the chest, pushing it out. Up to the chest, pushing it out. Up to the chest, pushing it out, and then we're going to stick our toes out. So we're literally like putting our toes in the cold water in front of us. We're going to roll our shoulders forward. So you do this nice and slow. Give yourself the shoulder. And then back. And the other side. And then back. How's everyone doing? Is everyone happy, healthy, and well? Can't see many comments at the moment, so I'm just checking. Coming both ways and see a lot of people lurking and watching. I'm going to come up and answer any questions in a second. Then we're going to move our hands to the sides, all directions. Do you remember that dance that we used to do as children? We used to all sit on the floor with each other. We used to do You do that at this point. Anyone remember what song that was? That would be helpful. I was trying to figure it out this morning and couldn't for the life of me remember. We'll do some little stretches out to the side. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Wow, like that. And then we're going to stretch forward. Stretch. Stretch on both sides, and then it's come here, my pretties. Come here, my pretties. I'm sure there's a better name for this one, but I'm going, come here, my pretties. I've been doing this all day. Listen to here. Crazy things we do in lockdown, right? Anyway, so we're going to do this motion. And then we're going to do what I call that bear or the log roll. So we're going to come forward and then back. Again, if it feels sore, you can't do it, don't injure yourself. You just kind of want to feel a little bit of burn, and that's it. And again, you can do other things. You can bring the arms in and out if you so wish. You can even do this if you really want to. That's no problem. What else could you do? We've done the biceps curls. You could do that. Whatever you feel, little twists are always good. But we're going to do that anyway. It's going to those punch in the air motions. Or the Tai Chi, if you want to then sort of just relax it off a little bit and put a bit of extra twist, you can do that too. So again, you don't have to do a full. You can just relax and do what you need to do. And we're marching with our toes. Marching with our heels. I'm slowing down as I don't want to make too much noise for my neighbours. I'm sure they're not very happy with me doing this, so we're just doing this as much as I can. And then we're going to bring the leg out. So this is our Fossy move, yeah? So leg out, and then the other side. And then we're going to bring our arms up. Thank you to everyone who's joining me. It's wonderful to see that so many people are. And the other side, can't actually see how many people are, but I can see that people are. Thank you. And then we're going to use our heads as well. So we're going to move our head round. So this routine is perhaps a little bit light on the old neck and the head, but we can do another routine another day for that. This is really about getting us moving more than anything else. And we're going to do both. So we've got that little bit of extra motion in there. Got it? And then we're doing the little sharks. So you can move around onto both sides, or we can do it a little bit more formally and literally come round and back because we're off on the side of the chair that I readjust my top again. So whatever we are, we're really trying to pull into some of these lats and some of those QL muscles into this a little bit. Anything really in the low back is good. Just keeping that nice and mobile and moving. Let's go do this. It's like swimming motions. Good for children, this one. And then we're going to do some more. Can't hear my pretties, why not? Sort of reaching forward really with a slight twist. You can also do your legs at the same time if you want to. That'd be quite fun. Just play it with it, make it your own. I mean, there's nothing set in stone that you have to follow the exact routine. If you want to move. But whatever's most comfortable for you. I don't know about you, but it's just on the edge of me starting to think that I need to take a deep breath. I'm doing some talking too, so it shouldn't be really an overt exercise. It's really about that motion. And then we're going to do those little calf stretches if you can do it. So bringing your head forward with that leg out, and you feel it start to pull, and a little bit of extra burn. There are other ways of doing this, of course. It just gives you a little bit extra. And then we're going to ring the bell on either side. It's like one of those church bells. We can also do it together if you want to. Not necessarily the best thing, but okay, we'll do that. And then we're going to do that core stretch to finish with. So I'm going to bring both legs up and lean back. Really what we're doing here is getting some extension. So it's not really a core stretch, it's just getting some extension more than anything else. And then we can shake it out, good old fashioned shake it out. We've done whatever way we want to do it. Stand up, move around, and we're done. How's everyone feeling? Please let me know if you're feeling happy, healthy, and well. Please let me know if you're feeling good, whether you're not feeling good, whether you think, oh God, that was a waste of time. It doesn't matter if you thought it was a waste of time, I'm going to say, because you got yourself moving. It's not the most amazing of routines in the world, perhaps, but it will keep you moving and keep you happy and as mobile as you possibly can be over the next 24 hours. We may do another one in the next couple of days, another little exercise routine. Certainly, I think a good old head and neck routine is very likely, because what we want to do is keep as many people active as they possibly can. And this is an opportunity as well to connect with as many people too. Now, dear Instagram followers, I'm going to ignore you for a second. I'm going to go to Facebook and look at the comments on there. Then I'm going to switch over to Instagram and we'll answer as many questions as I possibly can. And if you have got any queries or comments, feel free to let me know as well. If not, just simply give me a wave or a like or share this video with somebody, because it would be really, really good to get some more people to see this. It's something that I wanted to do as part of the lockdown to keep myself sane, but it's also to keep you sane too, just to give you some little extra motions and movements. So we're going to go on to Facebook, then we'll go on to Instagram, then I'll check Facebook, then we'll check Instagram again, and if there's nothing else from there, I'll say adieu for the day. So Facebook, forgive me Instagram for a second. I will keep that there, then I'll see what I can do. So Anne-Marie says, thanks James, that was really useful. Any tips for keeping the mind sane? Oh, that's a big one. Good question, Anne-Marie. I'm going to actually sit on the floor for this one, I think, because this is much easier for both of you to see me from here, and it should be a bit louder. So in terms of keeping the mind sane at the moment, you want to keep as active as you possibly can. You need to keep yourself as mobile as you can, and you need to keep as positive as you can. Mindset is such a key thing when you feel like things are locking down. And the ultimate response to me would be to think about gratitude. What are you grateful for at the moment? There's so much bad news out there. There's so many questions and queries about what we can and can't do that actually we're forgetting in some way, shape or form that actually we are people of our own right, and we have a right to create as well as feel scared. Fear is going to be the thing that will make the challenge or the difference between us being in good mental health or bad mental health. So you want to get on top of it as far as you possibly can. Follow us on Facebook. We'll come up with lots of other things that you can do. But for me personally, I've restarted a gratitude board because it went a little bit lax at one point. There's a whole host of videos on Facebook. Go head over to James Harrison Wellbeing. There are some videos on there about health and healing and mindset. Keeping in contact with people is so important at this period of time. So we on this page, on Connective Chiropractic page, will plan to do like a coffee and a chat day where we'll try and figure out some social areas so we can all connect in with each other. So instead of it just being me talking and you typing, we can all kind of chat together and with a cup of tea or something. That sounds like a good opportunity for keeping sane. Keeping the contacts going so you are not isolated in a period of isolation. That would be my key point to raise in terms of mental health. And certainly, creature comforts as far as possible. It's quite amazing the difference you can of what you can do productivity wise if you timetable in a treat every so often. So date night with partners and the like, that shouldn't stop because you can't go out. Arrange date nights, make sure it's there. Make sure you have a routine and dress up and do the things you would normally, but even though you're having to stay at home, because that will help in terms of your mental health as well as your physical health. That was a huge answer, and I'm sure there's much more to add into that. If anyone's got any tips or queries or comments, feel free to add to them, and we'll do more videos, I'm sure, as well. I hope that was useful though, Anne-Marie. I'm going to go back to Facebook just to see what other questions we have, and then I'm going to come over to Instagram just to double check as well. Oh, I've just noticed the wonderful Annalise, or might even be Gary's joined. Hello, Annalise and Gary from Hypnosize. Hypnosize is a great exercise program as well. It combines exercise and hypnotherapy together, and they do an online home platform as well. Really fantastic if you are looking to get some extra exercise and some calmness in. Certainly head over to them. They've just been on the Instagram page, so hello to you. It's Gary. Hi Gary. So perfect. So if you want to join that, just ping a message over to Gary at Hypnosize on Instagram. They're also on Facebook as well, or you can message me and I'll give you their details. But it's a great way of getting some extra exercise in, more than just the stretches we've done. That was really about keeping things mobile and moving, but when you've got an exercise plan as well, it can really help you to boost up as well. So that's fantastic. I'm gonna head over to Facebook again. I don't really want to show you my bottom over there, Instagram. It's not that kind of show. So let's have a look. So that was wonderful. Thank you for joining as well, Phil and Hannah and John. It's nice to see you as well. Thank you for waving to me or whatever you did to show me that you were joining. That's wonderful. And Polly too. Thank you so much. Let's go over to Instagram. Let's see who's over on Instagram or what questions we've got. So we've had some people wave. Hello. We've got some wonderful chiropractors joining. Love the chiropractic clinics. We're all waiting in terms of chiropractic clinics as to find out whether we are essential healthcare or not. So my clinic, Connective Chiropractic, has closed for the moment, but we're getting sources that we can actually be open at the moment, but it's all a little bit conflicting and a little bit confused. So we've made that decision to just stay closed for the moment. But we will update everyone as soon as we can. Are we essential? Are we not? We think we're essential, but in terms of being 2 meters apart, in terms of social distancing, how does that work? Considering, anyway, we'll leave that one there. Lovely to see you, Kitty. We'll wave at you too. Who else have we got? Kirsten's joined. Hello, Kirsten. My mum's joined. We've just been off a call together. Hope the garden's looking nice. Really nice to see you here as well. And Hypnosize as well, as we mentioned. So hello to everybody that's joining us. This video is going to be available on Facebook afterwards, and Annalise is here too. Hello. So yes, we were just about to finish, but if you want to see this video again, it'll be live on Instagram for the next few hours. I think it's 24 hours. And then on Facebook, we will be there permanently. So you can go back and look at this video if you like. Please no means, I don't want a picture of me doing this. Thank you very much. That wouldn't be very kind to me. But certainly that was the first time ever I've done an exercise or a movement-based video online. It'd be great also to hear your thoughts and comments. I think I've got some text messages lurking behind the scenes, but I can't access them whilst we're doing both. So I'm going to say goodbye to one first. I'm going to say goodbye to Instagram first, then I can look at the texts and hopefully I'll be able to answer them on Facebook. Really love to see everybody, and take care. If you've got any questions, you can always message me. My email is james@connectivechiropractic.co.uk. My number as well is 07833 585 501. It is also my clinic number as well. If you've got any queries or comments or any thoughts, you can always text me if you want to, or you can give me a call. Can't promise that I'll be able to answer straight away, but I will get back to your messages as soon as I can. Hope you have a great day, Instagram. Lovely to see you all. Mwah. Take care. Bye. And for the lovely people on Facebook, just give me a second so that video can process. And we will then answer any questions that have texted through to me too. Just making sure that's sorted. I can get my phone back, you see. That's all gone on, which is wonderful. So I can steal my phone back. So we're going to have a little look at some questions on here because I know I got some. Okay, a couple of people with some connection issues, which is fine in terms of getting on and logging on. This video is available, so if you've got onto it now, perfect. Should be able to see it. I'll forward that link to whoever it is that's messaging me. But somebody's asked me the question of, which is quite a good, decent question, which is, can they do this in their garden? And the answer is yes, of course. If you've got a garden, then the current government advice is you can sit in your own garden and do the exercises and stretches as you need to. I'm going to come a bit closer now because it's just us. But, you know, you want to be observing social distance as much as you can all the same. But yes, do it in your garden. Get a chair out in your garden. Make sure you've got something that feels good and you're moving with it as much as you possibly can. It's good to do. But if you've got a garden, walk around the garden. You know, do a little bit of gardening. Do a little bit of potting. Anything that keeps you moving is good. 9 times out of 10, movement's always the solution. But the one thing I will say, as I said right at the start of this video, is if you're going to injure yourself, don't do it. Because at this moment in time, we're not sure as healthcare practitioners what we can and can't do to support you. And ultimately, you want to make sure that you're doing something to boost your health rather than to reduce it. So if anything's a little bit sore or achy, just take that little bit out. And you can do what you need to do behind the scenes. Thank you so much to everybody who's still on the call. I've seen that Marta's on there, Sue and Rebecca as well. Lovely to see you. This video is about to end, I'm sorry to say, but you can watch it back. And if you want to suggest that we do anything else in the future, please feel free to message me or ask any comments, and we will do more videos going through in line with demand. Hopefully, we'll do one every couple of days to keep people happy, healthy and sane as much as it's possible throughout what's going on. Take care, and we'll see you soon.